Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 27th to July 3rd, 2022. This is a general reading with messages that Virgo needs to hear, and the roles of the individuals or energies identified in this reading may be swapped. So take whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a broader view of the week, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. So I'm going to lay out these tarot cards. We'll go through the meanings for each of the different columns, and we will clarify with more tarot. So here, in this first column, we reveal what has been shaping your perspective. You have this 11th house community. You have Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant, which, see here, is feel a lot of illumination coming over from there. And here, in this second column, we have the major life lessons that are impacting you the most this week. You have the Teacher, which is pretty much the equivalent of the Hierophant, and Energy. You have Nine of Swords, Two of Swords, Six of Cups. And in this third column, we get messages from your guides and guardians. You have Kalima, Facing Fear. You also have the Hermit, that is your major arcana card. You have Five of Swords, and you have the Magician. So here, what has been shaping your perspective, this 11th house of community, this is, all things that have to do with you and your tribe, the people that you consider to be part of your community, how you kind of interact with others, exchange information, how you want to be seen, how you, certain ways that people think about, I guess, you, and how you think of yourselves as a collective. So here, it kind of, with the Six of Wands, kind of indicates a sense of being recognized by your community and having success and a feeling of accomplishment. You have the Queen of Wands here, which is a sense of being like a leader and really just vibrating positive energy, people being attracted to you, and kind of being able to kind of dance your own funky dance and not need to really apologize for anything, and kind of a sense that really other people will, accept you and embrace you regardless of what it is that you do. It's as if your uniqueness is what draws people to you. So this sense of you being unique, and that kind of what draws you to your community, as opposed to a need to conform to what others really, think about what you should do or not do. So here, with this Hierophant, it's as if you are kind of teaching those around you to, you know, find their own path and connect to their higher sense of self and a higher power, something that is greater than themselves, and not fear being unique. That's the sense of the community that is kind of shaping your perspective. So let's take a look at the Six of Wands over here. You have Page of Swords, and that is a card of, curiosity, figuring out ways of the world, how to interact with others, just being curious and wanting to learn more about yourself and others around you. To some degree, this is having a clear sense of logic and reason, and being able to communicate, or trying to learn how others want to communicate or is most effective for them. So let's take a look at the Queen of Wands. You have the Seven of Wands, and this is a card of inner conviction. So a sense of your inner knowing, where, even if your community questions you, you are true to your passion, your energy, what drives you. And so there's nothing that you need to apologize for, and there's nothing that you need to feel ashamed of, and you don't need, it's a sense of you don't need to get approval from others. So let's see about the Hierophant. You have the Two of Wands, and this is about kind of getting outside of your comfort zone. So for some of you, it might be that you're feeling that you are confident in your own community, and recognizing that maybe you want to kind of spread your knowledge, spread your energy to different communities that don't really know you. So here, major life lessons impacting you most, you have again the Hierophant and this concept of energy. And this concept of the Hierophant being the teacher is really kind of highlights the concepts of like symbols, and needing to kind of connect the dots to kind of unlock information and knowledge that will really help you to kind of expand your view of things. So I think it's interesting that you have the Nine of Swords here and the Two of Swords, which is, these cards indicate like fear and anxiety. The Nine of Swords is a card of stress, possibly nightmares, thinking about problems that are outside of your control and not even thinking of solving them in rational ways. And with the Two of Swords, it's a sense of indecision and being at a place of like a stalemate, where you'll never get all the facts to make the decision, and there's a sense of not really sure about using your intuition, because that would require you to go to places that are unfamiliar to you. And then you have the Six of Cups. This is a card of like loyalty and nostalgia and balance and harmony. So to some degree, it's, you have this confidence over here in how others see you. So to some degree, it's trying to kind of shift your energy and how you can help in these situations. And these might be aspects of yourself, like insecurities, or it may be that, it could be like aspects of yourself where you have this energy and you're learning on how to be in alignment with your best and highest good, but there's certain things that bring you to a place of fear and a place of something possibly from your past that kind of pops up every now and then. So let's take a look at the Six of Cups over here. You have the Knight of Pentacles. This is usually the slowest moving knight that kind of has, responsibility, and they're hardworking. They also have a certain like reputation of being someone who is pragmatic and hardworking. To some degree, it can be a sense of a superficiality, where the focus is more on the material aspects here. But considering there are no other pentacles in this reading so far, it kind of indicates a sense of more a traditional way of pursuing your future, in contrast to doing things based on passion and a sense of fear, and when it comes to doing something outside of your comfort zone. But you found your way here. It's almost as if you are trying to actually even tackle these concepts of fear and where it stems from. So let's take a look at the Nine of Swords here. You have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So here it is very much, possibly, very much possibly. That was very concrete. So Nine of Swords showing up twice, plus you have the Five of Swords over here. They're all kind of, each of these individuals here are kind of grasping onto their heads. So this may be an ongoing issue with, stress, headaches, mental health issues. Maybe you're, treating with a counselor here. The Hierophant teacher can be seen as an expert and also as a counselor to help you connect with higher power, higher thinking. So to some degree, it may be something that is kind of like an issue that you've had for a long time, or started when you were younger, and trying to figure out how to, it's something that you've had to account for moving forward. So here it's as if whatever you're trying to do that's outside of your comfort zone, you're really recognizing that this, Nine of Swords history, whatever it is, it could be nightmares, could be, fear, anxiety that is ongoing, stemming from childhood, that it may affect the decisions you're making going forward. So let's look at the Two of Swords. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely, there are opportunities that are being presented to you, and this sense of fear and anxiety is kind of, and how you can kind of deal with this is something that is you're going to be impacted by this week. So here, it's a sense of like maybe cycles even. What's in the Nine of Swords are almost to the Ten of Swords, which is the end of the suit. So here it's like it's almost at the end, but it's not. So it kind of indicates possibly like a ongoing cycle of things. And here it could be that you need to find a different way of looking at the situation, and finding a way to deal with this kind of energy, like overwhelming energy, possibly to some degree. And here it's interesting, you have this message from your guides and guardians. You have this facing fear card. It says major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So here it's this this card is about looking at things that we fear. It's about how you can this sense of a like a mother energy and protecting their child from kind of harm. And Kalima like absorbs that fear and leaves only love. So here you have the Hermit, which is your card. You have the Five of Swords, which is a concept of kind of winning using your problem solving abilities, your mind, your logic, communication, in a way where it's almost overkill, and a sense of false victory, possibly even not knowing when to walk away from a lose-lose situation, and a sense of insecurity and not knowing how to deal with instability. With the Hermit, it's a sense of withdrawing from the community. And here you have this concept of community where you're thriving. For some of you, it could be that what's shaping your perspective with this community is your desire to be seen in this way. But because of your fear and anxiety, that you really need to find a way to deal with that, so that you can kind of integrate in the community. And so far it's just been you withdrawing on your kind of focusing inward. And with the Magician here, this is a sense of confidence and being aware of your surroundings, being able to use your talents and skills and the resources available to you to manifest what you want into reality. So here it's kind of a sense of you have to look, it's you looking at the things that you're afraid of, in order to kind of recognize when you've learned a lesson that will help you on your journey, and when you're just hiding out. And also to help you really see the abilities that you do have and what you can do with your talents, with your skills, once you actually, look at what it is that you don't, I guess, want to see. And you can kind of change the situation of there may be just a fear of change altogether. The fives have to do with, instability. So even given an opportunity, a new opportunity to do something different, to get outside of your comfort zone, that may be a concept of instability and chaos. Whereas others might think of that opportunity as just an opportunity to grow and learn. So here, it's kind of like trying to get you out of operating from a place of fear and stepping into a place of confidence, and confidence and courage. So let's take a look at the Hermit here. You have the King of Pentacles, and this is a sense of being, it's a couple of things. One is, that hard worker, doing things in the material world, doing things in like the traditional way to be protected and also to feel like you can provide for yourself and for others. And it's also a sense of recognizing not only your own wants and needs, but the wants and needs of those in your community, and just being a part of a community. King of Pentacles protects, provides, is able to allocate responsibilities and see where there's lack and where there's abundance, and kind of make things work for everyone in the community. And there's a sense of compassion there, and needing to take a look at things not from just yourself, not at how things are going to affect you, but how you can really you can help others, and you can be in a place where everyone is taken care of and part of a community to take care of. So let's take a look at the Magician here. You have 9 of Pentacles, another 9. And this is a card of confidence. This is a card of independence, being able to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. And, kind of recognize that you are in a place of being able to help others even. In the traditional 9 of Pentacles, the individual in their garden is kind of putting their hand over 6 pentacles, and then there's 3 pentacles to the side. That kind of indicates that the individual can invest those other 3 or provide for those 3 to others who need it, and they're still going to be good. So here, let's see what this holdup is with the 5 of Swords. It's the 6 of Wands. That's interesting. So the 6 of Wands over here, it's a sense of this community, and that was clarified by the Page of Swords. Here, it's almost a sense of the thing that you fear is the thing that you desire. This being recognized by your peers, being recognized by people in your community, but they can also possibly, turn on you or question you. And with the Page of Swords, there is that concept of, not really knowing how to communicate, maybe a sense of immaturity and not really wanting to admit when you don't know something or admit that you're wrong. So here it kind of indicates that the message is really that there is a change that you're making. And it seems to be that the connection is this Hierophant, which is also another card of 5. Here, this card of 5 of Swords. This is about dealing with, chaos, conflict, and instability. And here there's this concept of the teacher, and how you deal with chaos, conflict, and instability is having certain rituals, certain rules to follow, certain signs and ways to kind of connect the dots to see something greater than yourself. So for those who have kind of issues with anxiety or fear, I would say talk to a qualified health practitioner if you haven't already, and kind of see if there is like a plan that can be laid out, ways to kind of identify when you're starting to feel anxious, or you are starting to be thinking of a problem in a way that isn't providing a real solution and is almost coming from a place of fear and anxiety. Because once you kind of face those fears and anxiety, change that, anxious energy in a way that's more productive, giving you some confidence, and seeing that the things that, that the fear that you have is kind of enforced by the power you're giving it, then you'll be able to change things for the better for yourself. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.